Daily Horoscope for Gemini, April 6, 2025. Greetings, curious and versatile Gemini. Today's cosmic configuration brings fascinating energy your way as we navigate through April 6, 2025. The stars have aligned in a particularly interesting pattern for your sign, offering both challenges and rewards that deserve our careful attention. Let's begin by examining the overall celestial landscape influencing you today. The sun continues its journey through fiery Aries, igniting your 11th house of social connections, hopes, and aspirations. This creates an atmosphere of possibility and collaboration, perfect for expanding your network and pursuing collective endeavors. Meanwhile, the moon dances through adventurous Sagittarius, activating your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, bringing emotional depth to your interpersonal connections. What makes today especially noteworthy is the rare alignment between Uranus and Jupiter in your own sign of Gemini. This powerful conjunction happens only once every 14 years, and it's happening in your first house of self and identity. This is truly transformative energy, Gemini. You're experiencing a profound awakening regarding who you are and what you're capable of achieving. Innovative ideas may strike like lightning, and your natural communication skills are amplified tenfold. Mercury, your ruling planet, is currently in Aries, further enhancing your intellectual prowess and verbal abilities. Your thoughts are quick, decisive, and pioneering today. You might find yourself taking intellectual risks that normally would seem daunting. This is excellent energy for pitching ideas, starting important conversations, or even launching communication-based projects. Venus in sensual, Taurus occupies your 12th house of spirituality and the subconscious, creating a beautiful opportunity for connecting with your inner world. There's a certain mystical quality to your relationships today, particularly romantic ones. You may feel drawn to express love in more tangible, grounded ways rather than just with words. Mars in Cáncer activates your 2nd house of resources and values, bringing dynamic energy to financial matters. You might feel a stronger drive to secure your material well-being or make important purchases that reflect your changing identity. Be mindful of impulsive spending, however, as the Uranus influence can make you prone to sudden decisions. In your love life, today presents a fascinating dichotomy. If you're in a relationship, the Sagittarius moon illuminating your partnership sector encourages honest, philosophical conversations with your significant other. There may be a desire to break free from routine and experience something new together. Plan an adventure, even if it's just exploring a new neighborhood or trying an exotic cuisine. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction amplifies your charisma, making you particularly attractive to your partner. For single Geminis, your magnetic appeal is at an all-time high. The Jupiter-Uranus alignment in your sign makes you incredibly noticeable in any social setting. You're radiating confidence and innovation, drawing others to your unique perspective and quick wit. Today could bring unexpected encounters with individuals who appreciate your intellectual depth. Look for connections with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who will match your enhanced energy today. Career-wise, the cosmic configuration suggests breakthrough thinking. That project you've been struggling with today might bring the ingenious solution you've been seeking. The Aries sun in your 11th house encourages collaborative efforts, so don't hesitate to brainstorm with colleagues or friends. Your networking abilities are particularly strong, and a casual conversation could lead to significant professional opportunities. Financially, Mars in your resource sector brings attention to your earning potential. You might receive news about a raise, bonus, or new income opportunity. However, with Uranus's unpredictable energy influencing you, it's wise to avoid major financial commitments without thorough consideration. The impulse to invest in something trendy or technological may be strong. Just ensure you've done proper research before taking the plunge. Regarding health and wellness, today's energy could manifest as mental restlessness. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign might make it difficult to quiet your mind. Consider channeling this intellectual energy through writing, problem-solving activities, or engaging discussions rather than allowing it to manifest as anxiety. Physical activity that engages both body and mind, like dance, martial arts, or competitive sports, would be particularly beneficial today. Your nervous system might be more sensitive than usual with Uranus so prominent in your chart. Breathing exercises, adequate hydration, and limiting caffeine could help manage this heightened sensitivity. Pay particular attention to your lungs and shoulders, the body areas ruled by Gemini. On a spiritual level, Venus in your 12th house creates a beautiful opportunity for connecting with your higher self. Meditation, particularly guided visualizations, could be profoundly rewarding today. You might receive unexpected insights about your life path or purpose. Dreams could be especially vivid and meaningful, so keep a journal by your bedside. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign represents a once-in-a-decade opportunity for personal reinvention. You're being called to embrace your most authentic self, even if that means shedding outdated identities or relationships. Trust this process of renewal, even when it feels uncomfortable. For Geminis working on creative projects, today's energy is nothing short of magnificent. The combination of Mercury in pioneering Aries and the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign creates a perfect storm for original thinking. Writers, speakers, teachers, and artists will find themselves particularly inspired. Ideas that combine tradition with innovation could be especially successful. In terms of social activities, the Aries sun in your 11th house makes this an excellent day for group gatherings. Consider hosting a dinner party, joining a community event, or participating in a cause you believe in. Your ability to connect people and ideas is particularly strong today, and you might find yourself becoming the bridge between different social circles. For Geminis dealing with ongoing challenges, today's planetary positions offer fresh perspective. That situation that's felt stuck or complicated may suddenly reveal new dimensions or solutions. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction brings unexpected breakthroughs, particularly in matters related to personal identity, self-expression, and life direction. Your lucky color today is electric blue, reflecting the innovative Uranian energy influencing your sign. Wearing this color could amplify your already considerable charisma and help you attune to the day's transformative potential. Lucky numbers for Gemini today are 3, 14, and 22. If you encounter these numbers throughout your day, pay attention. They may be signaling opportunities or confirmations. Compatibility-wise, you'll find particularly harmonious connections with Aquarius, Leo, and fellow Geminis today. Aquarians resonate with the revolutionary energy affecting you, while Leos appreciate and amplify your increased charisma. Connections with other Geminis could lead to fascinating exchanges of ideas and mutual inspiration. As the day progresses, the moon's transition towards Capricorn will gradually shift the emotional atmosphere towards greater seriousness. Use the evening hours for planning and organizing the insights and opportunities that arose earlier in the day. In summary, April 6, 2025, presents Gemini with rare cosmic conditions for personal breakthrough and transformation. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign, combined with supportive aspects from the Sun, Mercury, and Moon, creates an atmosphere ripe for innovation, self-discovery, and expanded consciousness. Embrace the intellectual lightning that strikes today, but remember to ground these insights through practical application. Remember, dear Gemini, even with all these cosmic influences, you ultimately hold the power to shape your day through conscious choices and intentions. Use today's remarkable astrological weather to propel yourself toward your highest vision for your life. Until our stars align again, embrace your duality and dance with the fascinating possibilities this day presents. April 6, 2025, presents a fascinating planetary landscape for Gemini natives. The celestial bodies are aligned in ways that will significantly influence your intellectual prowess, communication style, and adaptability over the next 24 hours. let's examine the key planetary positions affecting your sign today. Your ruling planet Mercury is currently transiting through Pisces, creating an interesting tension with your naturally analytical nature. Mercury in this dreamy water sign softens your typical sharp mental edges, bringing more intuition into your thought processes. Today, Mercury forms a sextile with Uranus in Taurus, sparking unexpected insights and possibly bringing surprising messages or communications. This aspect particularly activates your sector of hidden knowledge and subconscious awareness, making it an excellent day to pay attention to your dreams, intuitive hunches, and subtle signals from the universe. The Sun in Aries is illuminating your 11th house of friendships, groups, and long-term aspirations. With 16 degrees Aries, the Sun is approaching a significant square with Pluto in Aquarius, intensifying the energy around your social connections and community involvements. This position encourages you to step into leadership roles within your groups and to be bold about expressing your most innovative ideas. However, the approaching Pluto square suggests power dynamics may need careful navigation. The Moon today is waxing in Cáncer, moving through your second house of personal resources, values, and finances. This lunar placement brings emotional sensitivity to matters of security and self-worth. You may find yourself reflecting deeply on what truly matters to you and reassessing your relationship with material possessions. The Cáncer moon forms a harmonious trine with Neptune in Pisces, enhancing your intuition around financial decisions and potentially highlighting opportunities to earn income through creative or compassionate endeavors. Venus is positioned in Taurus, your 12th house of spirituality, secrets, and the subconscious. This placement brings a sensual, grounding energy to your inner world and private life. Venus here suggests finding pleasure in solitude, meditation, or behind-the-scenes work. Today, Venus forms a supportive sextile with Jupiter in Cáncer, potentially bringing unexpected blessings through spiritual practices or quiet acts of service. There may be hidden advantages or secret admirers in your midst. Mars, the planet of action and energy, is blazing through fellow air sign Aquarius in your 9th house of exploration, higher learning, and philosophy. This dynamic placement fuels your intellectual curiosity and may have you exploring new ideological territories or planning significant journeys. Mars forms a stimulating trine with your natal Mercury positions, supercharging your communication abilities and making this an excellent day for presentations, important conversations, or writing projects. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, continues its journey through nurturing Cáncer in your 2nd house of resources. This beneficial placement has been gradually increasing your financial opportunities and sense of self-worth. Today, Jupiter's sextile with Venus activates a subtle connection between your earned income and hidden talents or services you provide behind the scenes. An opportunity for financial growth may emerge from unexpected sources or through confidential information. Saturn, the taskmaster planet, remains in Pisces in your 10th house of career and public reputation. This serious placement continues to restructure your professional aspirations and public image, perhaps bringing challenges, but also opportunities for lasting achievement. Today, Saturn forms a supportive sextile with the Sun, creating a bridge between your professional ambitions and your social network. A mentor or authority figure within a group setting may provide valuable guidance or recognition. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term revolution of your 12th house of the unconscious mind and hidden matters. The sextile with Mercury today may bring breakthrough realizations about patterns that have been operating beneath your conscious awareness. Pay attention to sudden insights or unusual dreams, as they may contain important messages about your path forward. Neptune in Pisces is making a harmonious trine with the Moon, enhancing your psychic receptivity and emotional intelligence. This aspect bridges your career sector with your house of resources, suggesting that your intuition about professional matters and financial decisions is particularly accurate today. Trust your gut feelings about opportunities that arise. Pluto in Aquarius is transforming your ninth house of expansion and belief systems, continuing a profound evolutionary process in how you understand the world. The approaching square with the sun suggests tensions between your personal belief systems and the collective ideologies of groups you belong to. This may manifest as power struggles in intellectual or philosophical discussions. The North Node in Pisces is highlighting your career sector, suggesting that spiritual growth and professional development are intertwined for you currently. Today's alignments with the node indicate that leaning into more compassionate, intuitive approaches to your work will align with your soul's highest path. For Gemini specifically, these planetary positions create a day where your mental agility is both challenged and enhanced. Mercury in Pisces asks you to integrate intuition with your analytical thinking, while Mars in Aquarius provides the intellectual energy to explore new concepts. The emphasis on your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses suggests that professional matters, social connections, and spiritual development are all highlighted areas today. The key to navigating these energies successfully lies in remaining flexible and open to less logical, more intuitive forms of information processing. Pay particularly close attention to conversations and ideas that emerge around midday when Mercury's aspect with Uranus is most exact. Information received during this window could contain unexpected solutions to long-standing problems or innovative approaches to current challenges. The planetary picture suggests that your greatest assets today are your adaptability and willingness to bridge different worlds, the practical and the intuitive, the social and the professional, the conscious and the unconscious. On April 6, 2025, Gemini's communication landscape receives a powerful boost as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Libra. This celestial arrangement amplifies your already impressive verbal abilities, making this an exceptional day for any form of expression. Your mind is operating at peak capacity, processing information with remarkable speed and clarity. Ideas flow effortlessly, and you're able to articulate complex concepts with an eloquence that captivates anyone fortunate enough to be in conversation with you. The Mercury-Jupiter trine expands your intellectual horizons, encouraging you to explore topics that may have previously intimidated you. There's a natural confidence in your speech pattern today that commands attention without coming across as domineering. If you've been hesitant to speak up in professional settings, this cosmic configuration provides the perfect supportive energy to share your insights. Meanwhile, the moon in Aquarius forms a favorable sextile to your sign, further enhancing your ability to connect intellectually with others while maintaining emotional detachment when necessary. This positioning allows you to communicate objectively about matters that might otherwise trigger an emotional response. Venus in Pisces is activating your 10th house of public reputation, adding a layer of charm and diplomacy to your professional communications. Your words carry a certain magnetism today that can help you win over authority figures or the public if you're in a position that requires persuasion. However, be mindful of a challenging square forming between Mars in Cáncer and Saturn in Aries. This aspect could introduce some tension around family communications or conversations about domestic matters. You might find yourself having to navigate between expressing your authentic thoughts and maintaining harmony in close relationships. The key to mastering today's communication potential lies in balancing your natural Geminian quickness with thoughtful pauses. With Mercury's enhanced position, you risk speaking faster than others can process. Remember to breathe between thoughts and give space for dialogue rather than monologue. Digital communications are especially favored today. Blog posts, emails, social media content, or virtual presentations will carry extra impact as Uranus in Taurus forms a supportive aspect to your communication sector. Innovative ideas or unconventional approaches to sharing information will particularly resonate with your audience. For writers, this is an exceptionally productive day as your creative expression flows without the usual blocks or hesitations. Words seem to arrange themselves effortlessly on the page, and your ability to craft compelling narratives is heightened. If you've been experiencing writer's block, today offers a breakthrough window. For those in education or learning environments, your capacity to absorb and retain new information is significantly enhanced. Studying complex material will feel less laborious than usual, and you'll find yourself making connections between concepts that previously seemed unrelated. This is an excellent day for examinations or presentations if you happen to have them scheduled. When it comes to negotiations or difficult conversations, the planetary alignment offers exceptional support. You're able to see multiple perspectives simultaneously, a natural Gemini strength that's amplified today, allowing you to propose solutions that address everyone's concerns. Your diplomatic skills are particularly sharp, helping you navigate potential conflicts with grace. One caution: Neptune's influence from Pisces may slightly blur the lines between fact and fiction in your communication. While this enhances creativity, it could lead to misunderstandings if you're not precise in professional or important personal conversations. Double-check facts before presenting them as certainties. To maximize today's communication potential, consider scheduling important meetings, interviews, or conversations that require your verbal dexterity. If you've been waiting for the right moment to pitch an idea, request a raise, or have a heart-to-heart conversation, April 6th provides cosmic support for these endeavors. Your words carry weight today, so use them intentionally and with awareness of their impact. The evening hours bring a slight shift as the moon begins to interact with Neptune, potentially making communications more emotionally tinged. This could actually benefit intimate conversations, adding a layer of empathy and intuitive understanding to your normally analytical communication style. If you're in a creative field, the late hours of the day might bring unexpected inspiration, particularly for poetry, music lyrics, or any art form that merges words with emotion. Overall, April 6, 2025, stands as one of the year's most favorable days for Gemini's communication endeavors. Your natural gifts of expression receive cosmic amplification, allowing you to connect, persuade, inform, and inspire with exceptional effectiveness. April 6, 2025 brings a fascinating financial landscape for Gemini as Mercury forms a productive trine with Jupiter in your sector of earned income. This planetary alignment opens doors that have remained stubbornly closed for weeks. Your natural communicative abilities are particularly monetizable today, whether through writing, speaking, consulting, or mediating between parties. The universe is literally asking you to use your voice to generate wealth. Notice how easily monetary conversations flow today. This isn't coincidental, it's cosmic timing working in your favor. Financial negotiations that begin now have an unusually high chance of succeeding, especially those requiring clever compromise or innovative structuring. With Venus positioned in your second house of personal finances, there's an additional layer of protection and prosperity around your resources. You might find yourself attracting money through unexpected channels or receiving an offer that seems almost too perfectly aligned with your skills. The moon's position in your career sector forms a helpful sextile to your financial zone, suggesting that professional advancement and financial gain are working in tandem today. Pay attention to conversations with authority figures or mentors who may casually mention opportunities. What might seem like offhand remarks could actually be doorways to significant income streams. The Neptune influence today adds an interesting dimension to your financial picture. While it creates some fog around long-term financial planning, it simultaneously enhances your intuition about immediate money moves. Trust those gut feelings about investments or expenditures today. Your subconscious is processing information your conscious mind hasn't yet assembled. For Geminis working in creative fields, this is an exceptional day to monetize your intellectual property or artistic outputs. The stars favor licensing deals, royalty arrangements, and percentage-based compensation over flat fees. If you've been considering diversifying your income streams, Today's energy strongly supports launching a side business or passive income project. The Saturn transit through your house of shared resources suggests that partnerships formed today around financial matters will have unusual staying power and structural integrity. This is an excellent time to consider collaborative ventures that combine your mental agility with someone else's resources or distribution channels. Look specifically at digital platforms, educational ventures, or communication-based services where your natural talents can shine. For Geminis seeking investment opportunities, technology and communication sectors receive particularly favorable aspects today. Consider allocating resources toward emerging technologies, especially those involving information exchange, learning platforms, or community-building tools. These align perfectly with your natural affinities and the day's cosmic energy pattern. In existing financial arrangements, you'll benefit from reviewing contracts and agreements. You might spot opportunities for renegotiation that others miss, a clever clause that could be adjusted or a payment structure that could be optimized. Your mental sharpness is at a peak for dissecting complex financial documents. Regarding debts or loans, today offers unusually favorable terms if you're seeking financing. Your ability to articulate your vision and demonstrate your reliability is enhanced, making lenders or investors more receptive. If you've been waiting to approach someone about backing your ideas, April 6th provides the perfect energetic backdrop. For employed Geminis, conversations about compensation are highly favored. The planetary alignment supports requests for raises, bonuses, or expanded benefits packages. Your ability to demonstrate your value through concrete examples of your contributions will be particularly strong and persuasive. The day's energy also supports long-range financial planning, particularly creating multiple scenarios rather than rigid pathways. Your adaptable Gemini nature aligns perfectly with the fluid financial possibilities opening before you. Rather than committing to a single approach, design several possible routes to your financial goals. With Mercury forming a harmonious aspect to Pluto, there's potential for financial transformation through information you discover today. Pay attention to news, research, or data that might initially seem unrelated to your financial situation. Your unique ability to connect disparate dots could lead to significant money-making insights. For Geminis involved in sales, marketing, or persuasion-based roles, today marks a peak performance day where commissions or performance-based income could substantially exceed expectations. Your words carry extra weight and convincing power. If inheritance or family financial matters have been complicated, today offers clarity and potential resolution. Conversations that have been difficult may suddenly find smoother paths forward, with all parties more willing to seek mutually beneficial solutions. The day carries a subtle warning about impulsive purchases, however. While money may flow in more easily, there's also a tendency to let it flow out just as quickly. Set aside a percentage of any windfalls immediately before the temptation to spend overtakes your rational financial planning. On April 6, 2025, Gemini experiences an extraordinary cosmic alignment that opens multiple fortunate pathways. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Sagittarius, your mental agility becomes your greatest asset. This aspect significantly enhances your communication sector, making this an exceptionally favorable day for presentations, important conversations, and intellectual pursuits. Your words carry unusual persuasive power, allowing you to convince others of your viewpoints with remarkable ease. The financial sector shows particular promise today as Venus in your second house connects with Pluto. Resources may appear from unexpected sources. Perhaps a forgotten investment matures, a past client returns with a lucrative opportunity, or a skill you've taken for granted suddenly becomes highly marketable. Pay special attention to digital spheres, online platforms, and technological innovations, as these areas hold particular fortune for you today. Educational endeavors receive a cosmic blessing as the moon in Aquarius activates your ninth house of higher learning and expansion. If you've been considering enrolling in a course, applying for further education, or even teaching others, the universe actively supports these pursuits today. The knowledge you gain or share on this day carries long-term benefits that extend far beyond immediate results. Short-distance travel proves unexpectedly rewarding. Even a brief journey across town might lead to serendipitous encounters or valuable discoveries. Keep your schedule flexible enough to accommodate impromptu excursions. A chance detour could lead to a fortunate connection or opportunity you wouldn't otherwise encounter. Your social network transforms into a wellspring of good fortune. With Mars energizing your 11th house of communities and aspirations, group activities, team projects, and collaborative efforts yield particularly positive outcomes. A casual conversation with an acquaintance might reveal information that serves as a missing puzzle piece in your professional or personal life. Virtual connections prove just as valuable as in-person ones today. Creative expression channels open wide as Neptune in Pisces forms a supportive aspect to your sun sign. Artistic endeavors, whether writing, visual arts, music, or even creative problem-solving in business contexts, flow with unusual ease. Your imagination accesses deeper realms, bringing forth ideas that have both practical application